Hey, it's KC. This is Real Talk. If you're sitting there trying to figure out whether what you're in is fixable, or whether you already know the answer and you're just not ready to hear it, this one's for you. Not every relationship problem means the relationship is over, but some do. And the inability to tell the difference, to distinguish between something worth fighting for and something that's slowly taking everything from you, is one of the most expensive mistakes you can make. Not just in time, though it costs you that too. In the quieter erosions, your confidence, your sense of what's normal, your belief that something better is actually available to you. Here's how to see it clearly. Let's start with the ones you walk away from. Abuse in any form is not a communication issue, not a rough patch. Not something that gets better with enough love or the right conversation. Physical, emotional, psychological, name-calling, gaslighting, control. These escalate. The apology that follows is part of the cycle, not evidence that the cycle is ending. If you find yourself tracking his mood before you speak, managing your behavior to prevent his reactions, or explaining away things you know are wrong, you are already inside something that requires leaving, not fixing. Chronic dishonesty about things that matter, like where he is, who he's with, his finances, his past, isn't a habit you can love someone out of. Trust is the foundation a relationship is built on. Without it, you're not building anything. You're managing uncertainty indefinitely. And you will exhaust yourself doing it. Not because addiction makes someone unworthy of love, but because you cannot love someone into sobriety. Recovery requires a decision only he can make, for himself regardless of who is waiting. Until he makes it, you will always come second. Not sometimes, always, and fundamental incompatibility. Children versus no children. Monogamy versus not. Values so different they shape every major life decision. Doesn't yield to love or time. You will not grow your way into alignment on these things. You will just spend more years resenting each other more slowly now. The ones worth working on, communication problems are real and genuinely fixable, but only when both people acknowledge them and actively work on them. Therapy, honest conversations that don't end in shutdown or stonewalling. The slow and unglamorous practice of saying what you mean and hearing what he means. The key word is both. If only one person is doing the work, it isn't a communication problem. It's a one-sided relationship wearing the costume of one external pressure. Like job loss, family crisis, health issues, grief, can make even solid relationships feel like they're coming apart at the seams. If the relationship was genuinely healthy before the stressor arrived, that matters. Temporary pressure is not the same as a permanent problem. Give it time, give it support, and watch whether the person underneath the stress is still someone you recognize. Minor incompatibilities. Different approaches to social needs, spending, are annoying and real, but they're preferences, not deal breakers. Compromise works here. Two people can have genuinely different styles and still build something that works, if both are willing to adjust. And then the hardest one, emotional immaturity. This is the one that sits in the middle. And it's the hardest to navigate because it can look like either category depending on the day. Emotional immaturity, the man who can't take accountability without turning it into an attack, who blames you for everything, who shuts down instead of engaging, who has known this about himself for years and done nothing, is not a communication problem. It's a character problem, and character problems don't resolve because you love someone patiently enough. But here's where it gets complicated. Some men are emotionally immature and genuinely working on it. In therapy, doing the reading, making real if imperfect progress. If you can see actual change over time, not promises, not apologies that precede the same behavior, that's worth something. That's a different man from one who acknowledges the pattern and then uses the acknowledgement as a substitute for changing it. Give it 6 to 12 months of genuine effort. His effort, not just yours. If nothing has moved in that time, that's not a failure. That's information. And it's enough. So why do we stay longer than we should? Here's something worth naming directly, because it's one of the main reasons women stay in situations. They've already assessed correctly the longer you've invested in something. The more time, the more love, the more of yourself you've given, the harder it becomes to leave. Not because the relationship has gotten better, because leaving feels like admitting the investment was wasted. This is the sunk cost, and it's one of the most powerful forces keeping people inside situations they know aren't working, but the time you've already spent is gone regardless of what you do next. Staying doesn't recover it. It only determines whether next year looks the same as this one. The question that cuts through it is not how much have I already given. It's, is he actively working on the problem or just apologizing and repeating? It's, am I staying for who he actually is or for who I believe he could become? Potential is not a partner. Hope is not a plan. If you've been waiting 6 months, 12 months longer for a version of him that keeps almost arriving but never quite does, that's not a rough patch. That's a pattern. And patterns, unlike rough patches, don't resolve on their own. The emotional labor in a relationship should be distributed between two people. If you're carrying all of it, all the trying, all the initiating, all the holding things together, you're not in a partnership. You're in a caretaking arrangement that has been dressed up as one. You deserve someone who meets you in the middle, not someone you have to drag there, and not someone you're still waiting on to decide. You're worth the trip. If you're trying to see your situation more clearly, why leaving feels harder than it should, even when you already know the answer. That starts with understanding what your brain is doing. The guide for that is, it's not you, it's your brain. No pressure. It's there whenever you're ready. Links in the description. This is Casey, from Love and Life. If this found you at the right time, a like helps it find someone else too. And if you want to catch the next one, subscribing means you won't miss it. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'll see you next time.